Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Graf the Giraffe, also known as Dak737, and welcome to this series as we have loaded on into the map 1, and what a great way to kick it off here on the Colossus, and my goodness, the man gaming WZ looking like an absolute reaper out here, as it is going to be the side of Nebula Core that is off to the races, and actually let me swap these team names around for us, so everybody knows what is going on. Banner colors being swapped, but we're going to be locked and loaded as Nebula Core. They are looking like they are prepped and ready to go, but the man Crypt on Dom Gaming Blue going to be backing down a few of these players. And gaming, Feldmeyer, Slay Season, Reaps, wanting to get off to an incredible start here on the Colossus, and what a way to do it. You get 13 points on the board and you hold on to that P2 rotation. As gaming WZ, unfortunately, kind of takes a little bit of an overchow to the right. Does happen to get taken down. The shoulder shrugs doing him a little bit too much justice there, as he's not going to be able to duck behind the cover quick enough on the side of Dom Gaming Blue. You have Chico, Rezki, Wicked, and Crypt. As Crypt is just kind of bobbing and weaving. And oh, look at the movement from gaming and WZ. That is the type of stuff that lives in your nightmares. Because him going up and over that player on Crypt, it is just such a critical gunfight that you have to win. They won't be able to do it, but it doesn't matter. The players of Dom Gaming Blue immediately, they rip, they roar right back on into the hill in the final 20. Going to be uncontested. Rezki, kind of a great positions. He's going to see Feldmeyer go up top, and he's already thinking about this pinch. But number 2, Feld, I'm not sure if he caught wind. I think he did. No, he actually doesn't, so he has no idea this pinch is coming in from 2 players. It's going to be Crypt. It's going to be Rezki sitting in, and Gaming WZ going to have no idea, have no coverage, as Slayer Season immediately getting cut down, or no, excuse me, he finds one before the body is dropped. But this is looking like a great opening rep to the side of Dom Gaming Blue, and what Dom stands for is discipline over motivation, and you absolutely love to see it. These guys, they came to play, but you know who did as well. It's the man Wicked, the captain, cooking up 3 pizzas like it is nothing. 3-piece chicken nuggets, 3-piece tendies, like you are going to Arby's, McDonald's, Burger King, whichever one, maybe a Popeyes, if you're a big fan of the chicken itself. Unfortunately, he does find the dirt, will get put 6 feet under. You are just reading the map incredibly well if you're the side of Dom Gaming Blue, is you do have the rotation, but look at Reaps all the way over towards the back, won't be able to come away with it, and Feldmeyer does have to go 1 for 1, but just nothing is happening. And oh my god, I thought for a moment Reaps was going to be able to, or was going to choke those shots, and you are just getting put under. And I quickly want to go and hear the count. Dom Gaming Blue, as they're already off to a 70-point lead.
Left, dead. One more right, nice. I'm tunneling front, I don't see nothing front,
One more for statue, but
P1.
going maybe tunnel.
I'm pushing out, Hold the time, hold the time.
2P1,
2P1,
one
P1.
He's pushing through yellow.
Close, dead.
Nice. P1 dead.
One more front.
Front dead.
Oh, he's
Dead.
close right?
Nice.
Nice, 3 dead.
That's three. I'm playing you.
Looking for one more, watch the back. No, nothing back. Alright. Statue right now,
2P1.
No, statue and P1.
Yellow.
Nice, one more P1.
2 statue.
Nice. I'm spawning blue, I'm gonna pinch, I can pinch.
I got 1 statue.
One dead.
One time.
Dead.
Nice. I'm looking for one. We're still looking for one.
He's bottom
Play
statue
time.
tunnel.
Bottom statue dead.
I'll get time. Just play statue.
Just find blue.
He's blue jump up. He's jumping up.
Hit him with the nade.
No, P2 bullet. Feather bullet.
He's dead.
There's 2 there.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, Wicked. I'm spawning yellow, just all spawning blue.
Watch out, blue.
Yeah, P2 right now.
I'm picking it. No, all P2. One close.
I got one more P2. Nice.
I'm pushing
Nice.
out.
Yeah, put.
On P1.
I'll pick him up. I got him.
Nice, good shit. One's on the jump up. I got your front.
No, he's a bullet on time.
He's dead.
Nice, good.
Flat.
One's holding blue.
Bottom statue.
Here.
No, one's P1.
There's 2. Another one. Nice. Good shit.
Push through,
Nice.
push through.
Push out,
I got
push
time. I got ult. Push, push, push.
In here. Might be on P2 already.
I love the comms that I was hearing from the side of Dom Gaming Blue as that lead just continues to grow and grow. The only issue with the side of Nebula 4, they just haven't been able to find the kills. I mean, you have 3 players that are right next to each other, all at triple 13s. You have Feldmeyer, who's unfortunately 7 and 17. And if he was maybe at 13 kills, this could be a little bit of a different game. They just have not been able to get the trades. It always feels like there's one extra member, and that is a perfect example of it. But let's quickly hop into the comms of Nebula 4.
Dead.
Nice.
That's 3 dead, 3 dead, 3 dead, 3 dead.
One P1, P1, P1. Last one P1.
Hurt.
P1, yeah, you push back.
No stun on P1.
He pushed statue.
Dead.
Nice.
Statue.
One's on new,
Okay,
one's on the sub.
great.
He went tunnels, he went tunnels.
One sub.
He's going blue side now. Good shit, that was him.
Over there.
One more.
I spawned P4, I'm going tunnels right now.
Parallels.
One's in there.
One in blue lobby. One's back blue. White there.
Yep,
One's
back
back
blue
low.
lobby right now. He's pushing white crate right now.
Dead. Oh.
Got you. You're good. One on the heady. One side, one inner.
Nice.
On tunnel side.
Last one's tunnel.
He's weak on tunnel.
On nature close.
Tunnel dead.
One P1.
One's our yellow lobby. One's our
I
yellow
spawned
lobby.
P2, I spawned
He's
P2.
split out.
Yep. Yellow sub, blue sub.
We're good.
One's close.
Alright, we're spawning blue.
He's at the crate, blue crate.
We gotta break this.
I have one yellow lobby.
I got one tunnels.
One back junk. They're spawning close. on
Yeah, one
God
six.
Daddy.
Blue side dead. Sunny, yeah, tunnels. Tunnels dead.
One's yellow lobby pushing to P1 right now.
Got you.
He's dead. That's they're gonna be spawning back. They're gonna be spawning backside yellow, or they're gonna get P2 parallels. Yeah, one in
One's
back junk.
Back
Weak,
yellow
weak,
dead.
weak, weak.
One more back yellow, deep.
Work him together.
Yeah, I
One's
spawned P2, I
pushing
spawned
tunnels.
P2.
One's pushing tunnels right now.
I'm by tunnels.
My nade just got blocked. That's crazy.
Oh, he's so weak, front side point. 2 statue.
Oh
Watch
my
back.
There's another one there, I think. Yeah, one's in the back, I spawned P2.
There's two. One's gonna be playing yellow.
P1 weak, one's yellow lobby.
No, the comms, they weren't sounding deflated at all. In fact, it was some high energy. The only issue was whoever made that call out and said, hey, there's a player in the back, we need to take him down. That person on the hill needs to go over. He needs to get out and make sure he deals with the rat in his spawn. And guess what happened? He didn't deal with it. His teammate dies, and then they get pieced up on the hill together. They are going to make the difference, but even if they did make that play, it was a far too late. It was a 250, 87, 88-point game, maybe towards that 100-point marker at the end. Oh, excuse me, they did end up hitting that 100-point club. But still, it just felt like you were a tad bit out of reach. As it was Dom Gaming, this organization, it just feels like every single roster that they have picked up throughout the season has been... It's been incredible. They've had a few roster changes, but I saw they have like Dom Gaming Blue, red, purple, yellow, every single color. So obviously they are really trying to branch out and expand their Call of Duty teams. The more teams that you have, the more chances you have at getting a gold, hitting the mark, and then not to mention you're able to iron sharpens iron, right? You make sure if you have two great teams, have them scrimming against each other, learn what their tendencies are and saying, hey, this is what we got to do for the next one. So this is a good start for them going up against the side of Nebula Core. But let's go and talk about the remaining part of this series as we have the maps and you get to see it. It's going to be the Den triple stack, as it is Search and Destroy, Overload, Hardpoint, back to back to back. So whichever teams are feeling confident on it, Den has got to be the one you get it done in. And simply, if you're the side of Nebula Core, it didn't feel like they were necessarily getting outgunned. I think one of their players kind of had a tad bit of a slow start. Feldmeyer obviously kind of going double negative, but they were just caught out of positions. They weren't winning. We have loaded back on into the series as it is currently tied. It is a 2-0 lead in favor of the side of Dom Gaming Blue. They're looking to get it done here. in a quick 3-0. As the nades, everything's starting to ring out, and it might be this first point being put on the board for Dom Gaming Blue. The confidence, it is ringing loud and true, and that's exactly what's happening. And Gaming, this guy has been an absolute beamer. It's just a matter of can he secure the shots, but Chico there to shut him down towards the middle of the map, and where do they want to maneuver? Number 7, Wicked. I mean, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing trying to challenge out an AR with that? And oh my god, he just slips through. He just runs right by number 2. And Feldmeyer. Oh, that is one he is going to be thinking about, but I want to quickly hop into the comms of Nebula Esports and see how they're sounding.
Good.
He's
One-
going
yeah,
your
one-
side.
yeah,
One's market, one's market.
Dead. Top right, 2 top red, 2 top red. 1 jump down red.
Rescue half.
One E,
and
one E,
the
one
other
E.
half,
Bottom red.
yeah. Really weak.
Bottom red dead. Top.
Let's spawn day
Top
side.
20.
Yeah, be aware of your pinch. They might go ahead and try to pinch.
Yeah, back market, back market.
He's weak,
Yeah,
white wall.
top. Teleported.
Hot, dude.
Front side blue, front side blue.
One shot. You got one going front white wall right now. By the
Got
way.
Nading over sat. One top right side.
Top blue, top blue.
Check.
Top red.
He's
And
back our
check.
spawn, back our spawn right now.
3 left side.
Ah, dude. Yeah, it's 4 dead. We're gonna spawn
Spawn a
out.
plane.
Yeah. We're spawning plane. Spawning, actually, I spawned backyard.
One's
That's
up.
white wall. That's white wall.
I won't dead. One more
Nice.
top
One's
blue.
market, one's market.
One blue, boat.
Michael ball. One more front blue, dead. That's 2.
Good job.
One more top blue, dead.
Make
3.
up.
There's 3 dead. Last one, make up.
Make cut.
That's
P1,
two.
P1. 2P1, 2P1.
Oh, P1, yeah, P1.
Sat, P2 sat.
Gotcha.
He's 20. He's
P1,
pushing all the way into the
P1,
10.
one more left side.
Here you go.
They're pushing blue side.
One's A, 2 A overload. 3, all 3 of them.
There. Not gonna get there.
No.
I mean, you are fighting tooth and nail, and it just is not feeling like it is enough. You got put into the blender in that opening round. It was a quick 4 points that were put up on the board. And it just didn't feel like you were even able to get any sort of momentum going. You were sitting in your spawn fighting out of it. It was just the demon hell spawn. That is the side of Dom Gaming Blue that was putting the pressure on. And they are currently sitting up with a 4-0 lead in this moment, 2-0 in the series. Chico 8-3, 9-3, 9-3, 5-4. And already, oh, and Nade's gonna blow up one player, and the stuns are hitting. And so now, oh, I love that stun check. I love that stun check. So he knows one is on the pinch, but the teammates pick it up, and they're already going to run this one down. Feldmeyer going to be the first to drop. First point put on the board. That's 5. And Chico is still starting to shoot. He is cooking. He's looking to take the challenge against Gaming WZ. Doesn't even need the AR, the M15. He says, nah, man, that ain't me. And oh, he's going to come out with a pistol. And oh, I thought for a moment he's going to be able to take down Reeves, but that is going to be 3 dead in the feed. You have 2 players that are kind of lurking in this area of the map. And Crypt at least deals with 1, but there are simply too many members in. He almost flies on in. And oh, you're just not expecting this. Oh, Feldmeyer actually gets a good stun. And that's going to be 2 dead. Crypt. Or excuse me, Reeps. The only one in position, but let's go and hear the count of Dom Gaming Blue as we're looking to get this series done in a 3-0.
I'll grab it.
Push out. Yeah, just push out.
Bullet.
Stay in there.
They're all
Stay in their
green.
spawn,
One's
Chico.
top green, one's back green. Subs.
Good.
One dead.
1v1.
2P1, 2P1,
I'm on their top
2P1.
ring. I'm on their top ring.
2v1, grab me, make it.
Make up right now. Make up right now.
Both will make up.
One dead.
Dead. He's still P1. Still P1.
Another one dead. Push out,
Nice.
Chico.
I'm pushing up, make it.
He's top green.
Top
Top green.
green,
Top
top
green.
green.
Top green. One's bottom blue.
He's a bullet, top green.
Bottom dead,
Yeah,
P1 more,
yeah,
Dead.
Nice. Keep up.
Nice, push out.
Push
Jump
it
up.
up
Nice.
deep.
He's still top green. He's still top green.
Yeah, he's top green right now.
I have
I'm
all
sunning.
the
I'm sunning. He's dead.
I got it.
Okay, tank.
One P2.
right now.
One P2.
Dead.
Yep.
Yeah, but P2.
Crypt just killed me.
Play for you. Play for you.
Yeah, someone grab it and just push it up, Chico.
Yeah.
Whoever's last in line.
Every cross. There's one more on the
Wicked's giving him hell back here. pick it up. I'll pick it up.
Grabbing it.
Take this out.
There's one more P5. P5. Nice.
Two mid cut. One mid cut dead.
Spawn P2. Spawn P2. Spawn P2.
No, yeah, P2. Gaming.
Why'd you spawn the P2, my guy? I had all of these.
No, one's on me, one's on me.
That was-
Nice.
I'm gonna just try and push. No, they got my cross. There's three
Yeah, that's-
back there. Three back there.
This Taco Bell's better, dude.
Talk about look.
Hey, they are all sounding like they are in large and in charge, and that's exactly what's going on. There really isn't much to say about this series. It is an absolute beatdown. You are fighting from the back foot, and Wicked is going to be able to catch up with AD1, but no, Slay Season gets the read. So you are just fighting for the consolation prize just to get a few points on the board if you are lucky. For the side of Nebula Core, it just feels like you've done everything you can. It just, nothing is going your way. Now you're just taking some overzealous chows. And you know he wants to try to make it on into the point, but it is just not connecting. A minute and a half is left. You have Feldmeyer, who's 7-20. Gaming WZ having a tad bit of a step back as well, 8-19. Reeps is 10-18, and Crypt, he just decides to pull out the knife. Decided to do his own Michael Myers impression. There's going to be one more player potentially standing in the way, but Wicked, oh man, he's just going to try to take down all three. Ill-advised Chow, but he knows it doesn't necessarily matter. And Reeves actually gets on 4, and 1 bullet connects, and he will fall. Crypt holding on in the middle of the map, takes down 1. Chico also there, grabs another, but the nades are connecting. But Redsky is going to be able to maybe maneuver this one in, but Feldmeyer, they're at the goal line. They are trying to deny the 8-0 sweep. And that's what you're fighting for. And Redsky going to be able to take one, and might have had a moment to maybe grab that bomb and try to run it in. No, 2 players. They are sitting and waiting patiently. Wicked going to have to go back and potentially help out his teammates. They just lost track of where number 1 was. That's going to be Game WZ, and oh, he might have just picked up the bomb, and he might score this. No, he will not, as they're going to try to get this in with the final 10 seconds. And it's not going to go your way. Crypt, last remaining member, gets cut down, but this series, it is over, done, and dusted. Everybody leaving the lobby, as it was a complete evisceration here on the Scar Overload. And you just can't help but think back about that map too. The comeback that you had, you were down 4-1. You get 4 straight rounds, and then you drop the final 2. It was right on the tip of your fingers, and it just simply was not able to go through the net, as it is going to be a victory for the side of Dom Gaming Blue as they get it done in a 3-0 fashion. But how do we get to this point, you may ask? Let's give a little bit of a Graph the Giraffe recap. We started off on the map 1. It was the Colossus Hardpoint, a 250-100 victory. Everything looked solid. You were finding the kills. You were finding everything that you needed to be able to secure that victory. The rotations, the critical gunfights, the fights for the spawns. That is what you're looking for. The minute details were done right for the side of Dom Gaming. They took it 250-100. Then we load on into the Scar Search and Destroy. We had a few little resets, but it was a 4-1 advantage for Dom. Then disaster strikes. 4 straight rounds in a row for the side, of Nebula Esports. But then what happens? You get another first blood. You get another, and guess what? You get it done in the round 11. You made sure you did not drop the ball. You did not want to see an extended series as it goes to a 6-5, but falls into the hands of Dom Gaming Blue. Then we load on into the map 3, and it was Scar for the second time this series, but it was more or less a little bit of a beatdown. A 4-0 quick score within the first 3 minutes of the overload goes the way of Dom. They get 3 in the second half. They weren't able to find that final touch and put it all away, but it still ends in a 7-0. Everything felt good as Reski Chica wanted to get his Taco Bell. We had to hurry, and hey, you definitely did, and maybe it was technically not necessarily a full DoorDash series because the map 2, it was exhilarating. I highly suggest everybody going back and watching the Teach tape. But once again, congratulations to the side of Dom Gaming Blue as they take down the players of Nebula Esports for the Torn League 2 Season 1. My name's Graf the Giraffe, also known as Dak737. Sign off for now.